Students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to discuss the poems by Blake, and from that collection we will discuss the first poem, that is the Divine Image, and it is written by William Blake, obviously, because it is the collection of poems of William Blake. So Divine Image, what does it tells us? It tells us about the Christian virtues. And what are these? Means all human beings who are present on this earth, they all are the children of that Almighty God. Therefore, we all should follow the four things. That is, first one is mercy, second one is love, third one is peace, and fourth one is pity. So we all should follow, or we all should have these four things in our attitude, behavior. Okay. So one more thing, William Blake wants to tell us that how does they work? What does they symbolize? Let us see. The mercy works as the heart. And love works as the face of the God. Then peace is the body of human, or we can say that it is human dress. Okay. Then next is pity. It is the face. Okay, it works as the face. So these are explained in the poem, and the importance of all these four is being explained in this poem. So let us discuss the poem. Let us read the poem line wise and see its explanation.
Now let us see the poem The Divine Image by William Blake. So it is a very beautiful poem. First of all, let us discuss the summary of the poem. This poem is about the qualities of mercy, pity, peace and love, and these divine qualities keep people calm in distress. Distress means in the trouble. These godly qualities bring human beings closer to Him, closer to God, it means. And these make people, human beings, in true sense, because human beings God has created for these qualities only. Let us see the poem's first stanza. To mercy, pity, peace and love all pray in their distress. Distress means in their troubles. And to these virtues of delight return their thankfulness. So here the poet wants to convey a very true message. Let us see the explanation of it. When someone would be in a problem, he or she prays with true mercy, pity, peace and love. Means they want to be these four things in their life. And when the problems finishes, they want that these four things to be with them forever. Means here every human being want mercy, pity, peace and love in their life. And whenever they fall in trouble, they just want all these four things from the God and they pray for it. Okay, let us see stanza 2. For mercy, pity, peace and love is God our Father dear, and mercy, pity, peace and love is man, his child and care. So here the poet William Blake wants to tell us that why God has created. God has created for all these qualities. Okay, let us see the explanation of this stanza. Because of God keeps on us mercy, peace, pity and love, He is our dear Father. And because of mercy, pity, peace and love, human beings are his dear son. Means people who have these four things with them, God always will be with them. Means God has created human beings for being the symbol of all these four virtues, and those who follow these four virtues becomes the son of Almighty God. Now let us see the third stanza of the poem. For mercy has a human heart, pity is human face, and love the human form divine, and peace the human dress. Okay, now let us see what poet wants to convey through these lines. Because the heart of mercy is just like a human heart, face of the pity just like a human being, love is just like a face of God, and peace is like a human dress, because the human dress makes the body look elegant and attractive. In the same way, pity makes one look elegant, attractive and civilized. Okay, so all these four virtues are important. Let us see the fourth stanza of the poem. Then every man of every clime that prays in his distress, prays to the human from divine, love, mercy, pity, peace. Okay, let us see the explanation of these lines. What important thing the poet wants to convey. Just like this, every person prays in his or her problems, and in the problems, the human being prays with true love, mercy, pity, and peace. Means here, whenever the person, the people, human being becomes in trouble, they fall in trouble, they just want to come out of them and want all these four virtues in their life. Now let us see the fifth stanza of the poem. And all must love the human form, the heathen, Turk, for Jew, where mercy, love and pity dwell, there God is dwelling too. So here this is the concluding paragraph of the poem, and here the poet wants to convey a very important message. Let us see what is that. And everyone should love being a human being. If anyone would be an atheist, a Turk or a Jewish, wherever mercy, love and pity lives, there God also lives. So basically here in this concluding paragraph, the poet wants to convey the message that every human being should develop all these four virtues in his behavior, because where all these four virtues remains, there God remains. Okay, so we all should practice to follow these four virtues. It is not important anyone that from which religion we are, these four virtues, whether it is, and we all must understand the importance of all these four things. What are these? They are mercy, love, pity and peace, and these four are quite important part of human beings, and basically God has created all of us for all these four things.
So students, I hope you all have understood the value of mercy, peace, pity and love. All these are the Christian virtues, and we all should have these all four things in our behavior. So try to inculcate in yourself also, try to learn these things, try to teach these things to others also. Thank you.